on pole, it's Glenn Irwin. From number 77, Kyle Ryde and Bradley Ray. The second row, look at that. Tommy Bridewell, Leon Haslam and Jason O'Halloran. Of course, we're missing the defending champion, Taz McKenzie. Speedy recovery to him, but we're ready to go racing here in 2022 at the Silverstone National Circuit. Bennetts British Superbikes is underway for 2022. Bradley Ray closing in on his teammate Kyle Ryde. It's still Glenn Irwin who lead. So Ray, can he now find a way through on Glenn Irwin? He's had a good look at him over the last couple of laps, and this is as close as he's been.
Yeah.
Can we safely say that Kyle Ryde's not settling for second place?
Well, you're not going to settle for second place. He feels like he's got a little bit more grip left than Glenn. He's good into the corners as well. He's got to be careful. You don't want to clip the back of the ride in front.
Glenn Irwin take a bow from pole position to victory. He wins the first BSB race of the season from Kyle Ryde and Brad Ray. Glenn Irwin on pole position to win and defend ahead of Kyle Ryde and Bradley Ray.
It's a really competitive championship, so you can never really call it pre-season. And I think the most important factor is that this layout at Silverstone, the shortest layout, it's actually the second shortest on the whole calendar, second to only Knock Hill. And you're on the side of the tyre for a long, long time, and it just favours different bikes and riders. We've seen people like Josh Elliott take a win here and not win anywhere else. We've seen Kyle Ryde be really strong here. And that happened. Kyle Ryde was really strong. You got different people. The big surprise for me was the fact that the Honda that's been on the back foot all pre-season, their rider Glenn Irwin that hurt himself 6 or 7 weeks ago in Spain and broke a couple of vertebrae and a pelvis, won the race. It was a cracking ride from him. The bike looked really strong, certainly engine-wise. The Yamahas looked good in the hands of Brad Ray and Kyle Ryde. But usual front runners, and you're talking about PBM, Ducati, both Brooks and the new boy Tom Sykes, you would have expected to be top 4 or 5 every weekend. They spend a lot of money and they've got a really competitive bike, a bike that's winning in World Superbike. Also Jason O'Halloran, obviously there's no Taz McKenzie, he's out injured, but normally O'Halloran's gone a little bit better than he did, so it's typical of British Championship and typical of this circuit that you're going to get a little bit of a different result.
So we've got round 1, race 1 under our belt already, and it was a win for who's becoming a Silverstone specialist, Glenn Irwin. He was chased home by the Rich Energy OMG Yamaha, so a fabulous debut for them on the Yamaha machinery, with Kyle Ryde and Bradley Ray pushing Glenn hard towards the end of the race. That kind of mix of youth and experience is, I think, what's going to be the tale of this year. We saw some of the other fancy runners have some problems. Leon Haslam stopped with a technical problem early in the race, and we saw the MCE Ducati team circulating just outside the top 10. Peter Hickman, bit of an average performance for him on the FHO Racing BMW, and some of the other fancied riders just taking time to get in their groove. We predicted this could happen. Testing was heavily affected by the weather, so the final parts of this race weekend have in fact for some teams been the conclusion of testing. We're expecting as we go into race 2 some of the riders that didn't perform so well yesterday to show their hand today.
You have the pleasure of knowing you throughout your career, and that was one of your finest moments yesterday. Try and replicate that today.
Yeah, you know, yesterday was great. We take what we need to from it, some learning for today, some psychological boost, and put it away now. Good chat with Ben Wilson, you know, last night and this morning, old sort of mentor and former teammate of mine, so we've a new job to do today, and that's all focused on that.
Some P5 yesterday, Jason. You're used to winning races from the start. Silverstone's not being the kindest to you in recent years, but hopefully going to try and get up for a podium today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we had a good solid race yesterday, plenty of information. I was actually quite pleased with it. You know, it was a good solid start for us. Easing into the year, not had a lot of time with the new components and new settings and stuff that we're working with, so we're just working every time we go on track and feeling really happy with what we're doing. So just keep progressing as we are, and we'll soon be back up top.
It's all eyes on the lights here at Silverstone National, and away we go. Andrew Irwin up the inside. Oh no, we've got a full...
really intelligent from that.
A bit scrappy last couple of corners here for Glenn Irwin. He went wide initially, and that allowed Rory Skinner through. Brad Ray with an 0.8 of a second lead. has crashed out here at Silverstone just when everything was looking so good. And Glenn Irwin is going to go across the line and brilliantly take two races. He puts his arm up in celebration. What an effort from Kyle Ryde. The top three: Irwin, Kyle Ryde, Rory Skinner, Lee Jackson. Excellent job to get up to fourth late on ahead of Andy Irwin.
Yeah, I had a very good chance in the last one, but yeah, I just thought of the bigger picture really. There was definitely a gap looking back at it, but at the time and the place I thought it was quite small, but yeah, 20 points was a good thing. We got another podium for myself and the team, so yeah, hopefully we'll try and do the same again now.
Well, Rory, you've tasted the podium champagne now. Got a slice more today?
It would be lovely to, Larry, but you know, it's everybody here is so competitive. We'll chip away at the race, see where we end up.
Well, you've given yourself a chance on the front row of the grid. Let's just move back for another one. Let's go and see if we can grab, this is Andy Irwin down here, Andrew Irwin, who so far has P6 and P5 to his credit. Got his former motocrossing brother Graham down here in his corner. Well, it's been a solid weekend for you so far, P5 and P6. Can we improve on it this time?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it's been a good weekend, and let's try to end it in a highway. I think we're missing maybe something compared to the front 3-4, but if we can just try to find that in this race, then we shouldn't be too far away. And we're starting 4th instead of 7th. Maybe make it a little bit easier, but yeah, I feel good. The team's doing a really good job, so let's try and do a decent last race.
And nothing more than you wanted to be out there racing.
No, exactly. I love Silverstone circuit. I've had great results here in the past, and yeah, it's unfortunate not to be out, but my injury could have been a lot worse, so I'm just happy with the state I'm in, really.
Well, we hope to see you back at Oulton Park. Thanks.
We're about to go racing again. The Rich Energy OMG Yamahas of Brad Ray and Kyle Ryde start first and second. Rory Skinner third, lights out, all three got away well. As they cross the line here, Rory Skinner still leading from Glenn Irwin. Bradley Ray has moved up to third ahead of Andy Irwin. At the moment, Glenn Irwin is the man to chase. He's 9/10 clear of his brother Andy Irwin on the BMW. So lap 19 of 30, Irwin it is on the Honda looking for the treble. Looks like Andy Irwin might have just got this one. Jason O'Halloran thought about a move through there again, but the checkered flag is out. Glenn Irwin here in Bennetts British Superbikes to kick off this 2022 season. A good second place for Brad Ray as well after what happened earlier on this afternoon, and Andy Irwin as well.
So that's the first round of the 2022 Bennetts British Superbike Championship down at Silverstone. Perfect weather conditions, and one rider has painted the track red. Big redder back, Honda. 3 out of 3. Doesn't get any better than that. Championship's alive. We're on to Oulton Park, which will be a totally different track. A lot of people licking their wounds after some substandard performances, but if this event is anything to go by, we're in for a record-breaking year. We've seen the young guns come in. Skinner's really impressed us. The synthetic BMWs have got on the podium. It's all bubbling up nicely, and the best thing is we get back to racing in just under 2 weeks at the fabulous roller coaster that is Oulton Park.